So how do you become an international student in Ireland? This is a question I get asked all the time. I get a lot of messages from a long time. A lot of people ask me, how do I become an international student in Ireland? So I've been answering individually. So this is a time for me to just come here and tell you guys what I know about becoming an international student. Like I said, my kids are not international students. They are Irish citizens. So they didn't do international student process, but I'm going to tell you guys the process of becoming an international student, okay? Because I have nieces, I have nephews, I have relatives and friends who were international students and are still international students, okay? So becoming an international student in Ireland is great. The universities are looking for you because I think they make a lot of money, to be honest, from international students because you pay a lot of fee. But let me start from the process, okay? If you are living in a country outside of Ireland, first of all, you have to have they call it English proficiency examination. You have to have it done. And when you have it done, apply to the colleges, okay? We have different colleges in Ireland. We have University College Cork, University College Dublin, MTU, Munster Technological University. We have University of Limerick. We have a lot of universities, okay? We have Trinity College. Just go Google it. Dublin Business School, they're all there. So Google it and know the school you want to apply to, all right? And know the courses you want to apply to. Some schools offer more of one course than the other. So it's your responsibility to go online and look for the universities that you want to apply to, okay? There are so many universities, okay? And they are looking for international students. They are. So when you do that, look for your course, okay? Now, you have done your English proficiency. You're going to apply for your course, okay? When you apply for your course, make sure you have your living set. When I mean living set, your SS3. You have your final school living certificate examination. You have passed it and you have the criteria for that course. They're going to write it there. You're going to see it. So you apply. When you apply, the school will reply you. If you got it or not, it's a yes or a no. So most of the time you will get it if you have the requirements, okay? You must be able to speak English is one of the requirements. That's why you are doing the English proficiency. Then you must pass the requirement subject, the required subjects that they want you to pass, okay? That aside, then when you apply, you get your yes or no answer. Okay, so you get your yes answer. What do? Your yes answer will tell you that you have gotten admission and you are invited for this course and all. And they will tell you the fee. Now, let's talk about the fee. International fees are very expensive, okay? From my niece, I know the parents paid so much money. They paid a lot of money for her fees. So we are talking about, I think, from 12,000 to 15,000 euros in 9 months. 9 months is the academic year, okay? That is excluding accommodation. So you're going to pay accommodation for about... Accommodation is very, very difficult in Ireland. So student accommodations are there, but you're ranging from about 7,000 to 10,000. Yes, because I had 2 children at the time. I was paying 7,000 for one child, 7,000 for another for only accommodation. That's 14,000 for 9 months. You can imagine. They were paying EU fee. EU fee have their own fee for the tutoring. Okay, but this is accommodation only I'm talking about. So I was paying about 14,000 for 9 months, okay? Because 2 children have to have 2 rooms and they will charge per room and per head. So that's your accommodation, just to know that that's what you're going to be dealing with, the fee. Now, we have not talked about the visa. So when you get your offer, this is the time to apply for your visa, okay? The visa is a student visa. A student visa has nothing to do with the university. So visa section is different altogether. You are dealing with immigration now. So immigration wants to see that you have your offer. They want to see that you have a yes offer, that you have been offered an admission to that course. They want to see that that course runs from so year to so year. They want to see your bank statement. Now, this is where it gets very, very serious. They want to see that you are able and ready to pay. your fees. They will assume that you're going there for 4 years, for example, or if you're doing your master's maybe for 2 years or 1 year. They want to see that you have enough money in your account. They want to see that you have money for accommodation. They want to see that you have money for feeding and all that. So they will kind of, you know, they know what they're looking for. They will ask you for those things. They will ask you for your everything. They will ask you for everything. So just when I mean everything, the normal things now, what do you do in Nigeria? You know, your money situation. They want to see that you are able to look after yourself and you are not going to be thinking of relying on public funds in Ireland. So they're going to check all that. Then one thing with the visa is that when you get your student visa, you are allowed to work in Ireland and you are allowed to do 20 hours a week. That's all you can do. If you do any more than that, you will breach your visa requirement, okay? You don't want to breach it. So it's going to be 20 hours for a week that you're going to be working. Okay, what else now? And then when you get your visa and all that, you finally come to Ireland, you have to go to the police, which is the immigration, the Gardaí. Go to the Gardaí and register as a student. They will look at the letter, your visa requirements and everything. They will give you a card. That card is your residency status. It tells you that you are a student living in the country. It tells you that you are allowed to work for 20 hours. It will lay down all the rules for you. So you have to follow those rules. And when you go to university and you finish your university, you can get a company that will sponsor you and you work and you have full residency, work permit after education. So I hope this video has just highlighted a little bit. I think I've done about 80% now of all the questions I get asked all the time. Ma'am, please, I'm a student. I want to go to Ireland to study. So this is it. This is what I have for you guys. And yeah, this is how the process is. So if you want to be a student in Ireland, it's very, very possible. It's a beautiful place to go to school. And I'm telling you, the universities are looking for you because they make a lot of money from international students. But you have to be ready financially and otherwise. Okay? And that's it. So I hope this video helps somebody. And then if you're asking me that question, some people will still come and be asking me again. They will still be asking me again. I don't know whether they just want me to be talking. So I'm just going to copy the link all the time. And anybody asks me that question, I will give you that link. This link will just lead to this video, and then you can watch it. And this is what I know generally about studying in Ireland in a university. Okay? Or in any other thing, I don't know. This is what I know. Living in Ireland, you know some few. I told you I have relatives and friends that have gone to school here and are still going to school. You guys know my nephew, my niece, and my nephews. They were all international students, and they paid their parents paid a lot of money. So you have to have the money. And then the embassy could see that you have at least a reasonable amount, and they know that you're going to be working anyway for that 20 hours. So they can merge it together and see that, okay, you don't have to have all the money needed, but they will see that you have enough money to sustain you for a number of time, and that's it. And then another thing I'm going to say is that you can have sponsor from your home country that will sponsor you financially. And the person will be able to bring out their details and everything that they would use to sponsor you. And then there are some people who get sponsorship from universities. If you are lucky to get, what do they call it? You get a sponsor, you get sponsored because your result was brilliant. Then you'll be lucky, okay? You'll be lucky you get a big sponsor from the school that maybe they waive your fee and they do a lot for you. So you are lucky. So your result have to be top notch. Maybe the university will sponsor you and that's it. Okay, I'm trying to find the word for it. What was that word for it now? When you do very well and you get admission and I can't remember. I can't remember, guys. So if you remember, just write it down below. Yeah. So you get sponsored and all that. And that's it. So that's it. Is there anything I'm missing? I don't think there's anything I'm missing. So, yeah, that's it. So this is how you go to school, university in Ireland, okay? It's a process, and these are the process. Okay? All right, guys. Talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye.